Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen and welcome to the Recipe Therapist. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite easy peach cobbler desserts. I created it a couple of years back when I was invited to a party and I just needed something quick. I ran into my pantry and I grabbed whatever I had. I threw it together in about 15 minutes. It came out so delicious that everywhere I go, people love it and they chase me down for the recipe. So I am so excited to show you what I put into this cobbler. So let's get started. I want to show you what I put into my peach cobbler. What I have here is one jar. It's a 25-ounce jar of whole peaches that I get from Trader Joe's. I've been using this for years. If you can't find jarred peaches, which is my preference for this recipe, you can use 2 cans of whole peaches in juice. Now, typically in like a cobbler or a dump cake, people use a cake mix, but I, that day, did not have a cake mix. I had a cinnamon muffin mix in my pantry. So I decided to use it. And I have to tell you, it is so delicious. You can use any kind of a cinnamon muffin mix or quick bread mix. I've used others and it works well. But this Betty Crocker cinnamon streusel muffin quick bread mix is my favorite because it comes with a small packet of a streusel topping. So I get to put that on top of the cobbler at the end, and it really is delicious. I also use some fresh cinnamon and 1 stick of salted butter. Now, for those of you who don't like peach cobbler and you want to switch it up for another fruit, I've used 2 cans of apple pie filling in this recipe and it's so delicious. I've also used fresh banana. I use 1 banana in the recipe, whether I'm using apple or peach or any other kind of pie filling, blueberry or cherry, whatever you like. You can use a banana in it and it's so delicious. And also you can use any kind of nut of your choice, your favorite nut. Chop it up. I like walnuts that I've tried in these recipes and it's real good. Now, I want to give a shout out to my friend Margaret who watches my videos and suggested that I get something called the Ove Glove, okay? It comes in a package like this, okay? I got it off of Amazon. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below for those of you who may be interested in it. It's a fabric kind of glove and it has a silicone gripping so you don't have to, it doesn't slide out of your hands, and it can withstand a temperature of 540 degrees. It's funny because she sees me take out hot dishes from my oven and I use dish towels. I don't know, they were just convenient through the years. So today I'm going to test out this Ove Glove and I can't wait to see how it works. So let's get started. So I want to show you the base part of the recipe. We're going to start with the peaches. But before we do, I want to show you my little trick of how to open a jar really easy so you're not wrestling with it. So I have a hardy knife here. I take the back of the knife and I just hit the top part of the jar. Not so hard because you don't want to break the glass. Around the whole circumference of the jar. Just like that. And then we open it up. Nice and easy. So I'm never ever wrestling with it. Just want to get myself a fork and I'm going to begin to take out the peaches from the jar. So they usually come like 6 or 7 peach halves, okay? And what I want to do is take them all out and line the bottom of my glass dish, all right? So there's 6 halves in this. And actually there's 7. Here we go, see? There's 7 in this one. So I'm gonna take it out. And then I'm going to take my knife and I'm just gonna slice them into wedges like this. Okay? I mean, you can cut them into cubes if you want. It's a matter of preference. It'll work just as well. So I'm just gonna go down and slice them all. And these are just so good. Like I said, I get them from Trader Joe's. Been using them for years. It's a really good brand. And they are packed in white grape juice concentrate, so I do save some of this juice. I'm going to save half a cup worth, and then I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons when I show you how to do the top later. So I'm gonna take the juice and I'm going to pour it right over these peaches. I said about a half a cup, but I'm thinking maybe a little less than a half a cup, okay? I'll put it in the recipe, whatever the amount is. And then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of that 1 stick of cold salted butter, and I cut it up into little, cubes like this. And I'm just going to drizzle it right on top of all the peaches. And it's gonna give us that, buttery flavor to these peaches. Yum. And then I'm going to take my cinnamon, I'm just gonna sprinkle it, okay, all along these peaches. All right, and that's our base. Nice and easy, right? We're gonna come back and then I'm gonna show you how to do the top. Now I wanna show you the top of the cobbler. So I'm gonna take my cinnamon muffin mix and I'm gonna open it up, and I just wanna show you, see it has this extra pouch of that cinnamon streusel topping. Okay, so that's like an extra bonus with this brand of cinnamon muffin mix. So I'm gonna take out the base. I got my scissor ready. Just make a little slit. This is so easy. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this recipe. I'm gonna put the whole base of this muffin mix into my bowl, all right? And then I'm going to take the remainder of our butter, which I cut up like this into little cubes, all right? And I'm just going to throw them right in. It's cold butter. And now I wanna show you what I have to do is cut this butter into the base of our cobbler mixture. So I have a pastry cutter here. If you don't have one of these, I'm gonna link one in the description box below. And if you don't wanna use a pastry cutter, you can use 2 knives and cut the butter in like that to work it in. Or sometimes, honestly, I just use my hands and I mash it all up because we want it to be like a crumbly consistency or like a coarse cornmeal consistency, but I'm gonna use my pastry cutter today. So I'm just going to go like this until this butter is all cut in, and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you it's gonna take on the consistency of a crumbly texture. You see how crumbly this is? This is exactly what we want. All that butter is nice and distributed into this mixture. So now we're ready to add some more of that juice from the peaches. So I have about 2 tablespoons in here. I'm only gonna use half, and I'm gonna mix it and just test it to see. I wanna use enough just to bring it together a little bit more than what it already is, okay? So I used half of it, and I'm thinking I'm going to use the rest because it's coming together, but I want it to come together a little bit more than this. This other half is gonna be just perfect. So I'm gonna use a total of 2 tablespoons of that peach juice just to bring the rest of our top part together. And you can see how it's coming together like that. Perfect. All right, so now this is ready for me to put on the top of our peaches. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees, and this typically cooks for about 25 to 30 minutes, okay, depending on your oven. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. So now I'm going to take this mixture with my clean hands, and I'm just going to spread it right on top of the peaches, the whole thing. And I'm telling you, this is such a quick, easy, delicious recipe that you're gonna find so convenient. People are gonna think that you've been cooking in the kitchen all day making this. They're not even gonna believe there's like 4 ingredients in it. So I'm gonna put it all on top, just like that. Cover those peaches, okay? Now, here's the bonus. We've got the cinnamon streusel from this muffin mix, and we're gonna put this on top, all right? And you can use this for any kind of, cobbler recipe or dump cake. Just use this Pillsbury cinnamon streusel muffin mix. I'm telling you, it's the best. So this is ready to go in the oven. We're gonna put it in, and then we're going to taste test it, and it's gonna be outrageous. So now is the test. We're gonna use the Ove Glove. My peach cobbler's been cooking for about 25 minutes, and I think it's gonna be just perfect. Yep, it totally is. Here it is. You see how nice and bubbly it is and nice and crispy on the edges. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to take my Ove Glove, which is so far, it feels pretty good, and we're going to serve it up at the island, and we're going to take a taste. This delicious peach cobbler has been cooling off now for about 15 or 20 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's nice and firm, and what I did was I added just a little extra cinnamon on the top. It's totally optional, and I have to say I am really loving this Ove Glove. It worked beautifully, and it comes 2 in a pack, so I am really excited to be using this Ove Glove, and you're going to be seeing me using it in a lot more of my videos. So now we're ready to take a taste. I have my spoon ready, and I just want to show you what this comes out looking like. It kind of stays together, and I don't know if you can see the peaches, but you see how nice the bottom came together? It's like not soupy. It's just delicious. And you could look at this angle, see? It's kind of like it makes it like a glaze in the corner of the dish. And I did make some homemade whipped cream, so I'm going to put a little bit on top. All right, now you could use ice cream on this, whipped cream, or just have it plain. Either way, it's so delicious. I do sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on the whipped cream. Love cinnamon. And now we're ready to take a taste. So I'm going to grab a little peach with that cobbler topping and some of this whipped cream. This looks good. Oh my, oh. Every time you hear a bell, an angel gets his wings. I have to tell you, this cobbler is so delicious. I can't wait for all of you out there to try this recipe. For the full recipe, I'm gonna leave it in the description box. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and YouTube will inform you every time I release a new video. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you next time to serve up some more love. Take care.